Army.
$1
Couple million. Wow, bad news. Plot point.
Yeah.
Alleviate, says Roland.
Blow your horn.
Blow your horn, young Roland. House in the middle. Blow your horn so that... Yes, tell Charlemagne to get back to you right away. Blow your horn.
It'd be cooler if you feed him that, Charlemagne.
Why won't he blow his horn?
Shame.
Shame on my family. Right? You have a wife back home, I do. Yeah, she's gonna very briefly.
Isn't that?
What's her name again? I don't remember.
Aldrich?
I'm not blowing the horn. Shame on my family. Charlemagne's gonna love me for this. Yeah, he's a good vessel. He wants the love of his lord all the time. And he doesn't want to shame his family. Roland, blow your horn. No. Why is this conversation repeated? Why is everything repeated 3 times over?
Well, maybe it was.
It's
If it was originally an oral story, they might have repeated things, probably just keep things going.
Yes, those of you who have the grave misfortune to become lecturers for a living will understand that you frequently need to repeat yourself as you desperately try to think of the next thing that's coming up. So this is a standard trick where you just keep going over and over again. What's next on my outline? You try and steal surreptitious glances down towards your students' notes to figure out where you were. So, yes, you forget where you were, and obviously the author of this poem is like, I forget what comes next. So I was just going to have this conversation repeat over and over and over again. Blow your horn, I won't blow my horn. Blow your horn, I won't blow your horn. Blow my horn, no.
This is more evidence that people from this time are forgetful.
This is true. Forgetfulness is rampant, and they admire stupidity, but it's not stupidity.
Is it a stylistic reason that it's a stylistic reason because everything's so symbolized? It has to fit into the prose structure.
Oh! There's 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's the Trinity. Now that's not right. That makes no sense. It's just 3.
But a lot of stories.
He just remembered at the end of the 3rd what the next one is. That's why there's 3. Like, oh yeah, the fight's coming up. That's what happens after you won't blow the horn. So, he refuses to blow the horn. And battle is strong. Before they go into battle, Turpin says, by the way, all of you
Are martyrs.
That's right. So this is clearly a crusade.
But there's been holy wars before.
They were doing
And
That's right. It's not a crusade. Very good. It's a holy war. Almost.
hadn't there been unsuccessful calls for holy wars in Jerusalem even before the first crusade?
Well, Pope Gregory VII, remember little Hildebrand?
Yeah.
He talked about maybe leading an army to
So there's this
Jerusalem.
the talk's already out there, so.
Yeah. So, but technically, it doesn't meet the criteria for a crusade.
Yeah.
Because anyone who survives this battle doesn't get anything.
No.
But that's not really going to be a problem. Because, you see, nobody's going to survive. We're all going to die here. All right, so the battle is joined. Did anything strike you about the battle scene?
Yes.
There were battle scenes?
Very graphic descriptions of all the carnage and people's fun.
You think you like that, huh? Very realistic depiction of how people get killed in battle.
I don't think so.
Why not?
That's right. Well, maybe that's how they fought. They just like sent 2 people out and fight, and 2 more were going fight.
Which like
It is, yeah, it does read more like a tournament than anything else. But you know what the funny thing is? Tournaments weren't actually fought like that yet.
plus that's kind of
Assuming that this is written around 1100 when the first tournaments are just starting.
Yeah.
But of course, if this was written in 1300.
it's more interesting. Like, well, to them, like if you've got individual tales of like heroic deeds, you don't just want to hear about a bunch of armies meeting.
Oh, absolutely. Given the point of this is to inspire people to go on a crusade. And so you'll be inspired when you read about Roland hacking somebody in half, as opposed to, well, you know, 3,000 people slammed into 3,000 people, and they just like started swinging left and right without paying any attention to who they were hitting. And then at the end, most of them were dead and a few were alive. But that's the way a real medieval battle would have worked. I just hit people. I'm just swinging around. No, instead you're going to have these incredible blows administered by Roland, who, in addition to slicing people in half left and right, also
Kill the horses.
kills their horses,
Throw them off of spears.
throws them. Yeah, there's the tossing of the bodies. And then they get out the tape measure. How was that? 20 yards, 6 ounces. Good for the bronze. I am so